Hey guys, welcome back to another Minecraft World War II vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be going ahead and doing the JU-87 Stuka with a crew of 2. Went out over to its dimensions as a length of 11 meters and a wingspan of 13.80 meters. Roll right here, you can see it's a dive bomber, and the number build was about 6,500. Armaments include two 7.62mm MGs and bombs you can see there. One engine right here, 1,184 horsepower. It had a maximum speed of 390 kilometers per hour. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for this, and enjoy the tutorial. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Care2 here bringing you another Minecraft World War II vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial, we're going to be going ahead and building the JU-87 Stuka. This aircraft here was a Nazi Germany dive bomber that was, of course, used back in World War II. This aircraft is very iconic and one of the most famous dive bombers, I would say, of World War II. It was very successful in the early stages of the war with anti-shipping and close combat air support, which was its primary missions. And it was used as a spearhead in the invasion of Poland and the Norwegian campaign, and just a major part of the whole German tactic of Blitzkrieg. And this aircraft also is very well known because of its special sound that it would make when it would be going into a dive. It had the siren on it. A lot of times when you watch World War II movies or something of that sort and you hear planes flying by or whatever, they make like a loud kind of screeching noise. That realistically isn't what the planes sound like. It's basically a sound that was made by the Stuka only. Which basically was a little fear tactic that the Germans used. Whenever you heard that sound, you knew you were about to get a bomb dropped on your head or something. And definitely if I was down in a trench or something like that and Stukas were coming in and I heard that sound, I would be pissing myself. I don't know, that's just me though. Anyways, it's just a very cool aircraft, and it was highly requested by you guys for me to go and build, and I decided to go ahead and build it because I think it's just overall a really cool aircraft. I recently got done actually redesigned this. It's been sitting around for a little while. But the new design for it is absolutely fantastic in my opinion. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a little bit of a look at this, and we'll go ahead and move into the tutorial. Now, starting off with the front here, you got the Stuka's huge propeller in the front there. Pretty nice. Nice big round one, as it should be. The Stuka has a very large propeller and all that stuff that would probably need it to be able to, fly with the heavy bombs and the weight of it would be carrying. Underneath here, you got a large air intake on the bottom here, and then on the wheels here, which are the fixed wheels, these wheels actually don't retract, they're actually fixed wheels. You have the little sirens that would be right here, and they would basically kind of spin like little fans, and that would generate the sound. They look a little derpy, I know, but that's pretty much the best I could do for the size and the scale I'm working at, so that's what I went ahead and did for that. On the wings here, they came out pretty nice. You can see here I kind of highlighted the air brakes, or the flaps, which were very prominent on this aircraft to be used for like the air brakes and all that kind of stuff. So you can see the flaps kind of outlined here, which I think looks really nice. And of course you have your German kind of logo there, the Iron Cross type symbol that they would have on the Stuka wings, and they're on both sides there. Front here, nothing too fancy. You go back here, you have the cockpit, you also have the tail gunner section here, so the tail gunner will be located right in here. Derpy machine gun in the back here. I would have used a full block or like upside down stairs or something, but I didn't have the space there to show where actually the co-pilot would be able to shoot out of, so if you were to sit here, for example, it would just be a full block space, so I decided to go ahead and just kind of open that up a little bit by putting a half stab. Works out pretty decently if you ask me. Coming back here on the fuselage, you can see we got another German Iron Cross symbol here. Just some more kind of coloring and stuff like that to a white underbelly on the aircraft as well. Always a nice addition. And on the back here you have your horizontal stabilizers and your vertical stabilizer as well, with your rudder and all that fun stuff. And yeah, so that overall is pretty much the design for my Junkers JU-87 Stuka. Definitely a very nice looking aircraft if you ask me. And I will of course be releasing a nice landed version of this aircraft as well, which, trust me guys, will look really cool. So if you're having this thing at an airbase or something like that, you can have a landed version to go along with whatever you guys got going on. So that's always an awesome addition. Anyways guys, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by starting off with our first layer, layer 1. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving on to our first layer, we're going to be going ahead and moving on to layer 1. Now, as I mentioned, the landing gear is fixed on the Stuka, so wherever you guys are going to be building this or anything like that, you're definitely going to want to make sure that you definitely have like, ground clearance above the ground. Now, the wheels here, as you can see right here, the bottom part of these are going to be the lowest point of the aircraft, so therefore that's going to be layer 1. Now, wherever you build this, is, again, take into account this is going to be the lowest portion of the aircraft, so if you're kind of flying over something that's might be close to this aircraft, just make sure that as long as it doesn't go past this right here, whatever that object is, you guys will have plenty of space. Now, wherever you want to go, you're going to go ahead and place down 2 nether brick upside down stairs. Now, I want to go ahead and reiterate that this is meant to be the airborne version. So if you're looking to build this in the air, this is the perfect one for you. It's not really designed much to be on the air, or on the ground, rather. So again, just be sure to make sure you guys have that all planned out. Now, we're going to place down 2 nether brick stairs back to back for the first wheel. Now, what we want to do is you want to go ahead and go from this wheel. We're going to go ahead and go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we're going to go and do the same thing. So just like that. So we're going to place down 2 wheels with a 7 block space in between them. Just like that to go ahead and pretty much get you guys started. And that's going to be the first layer right there. You can see the very bottom tips of the wheels all done and complete. And with that, we are done with layer 1, and we can go ahead and move on to layer 2. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving on to layer 2. Now for layer 2, we're going to go ahead and focus on just going ahead and kind of building again part of the wheels. Now, the Stuka here has like this little fender that kind of goes over the wheels. So you can see that we have half the wheel kind of poking out, and the other half would theoretically be underneath this fender. So that's the kind of intentions that we have with this right here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and go to the stair right here. So whatever way you want your Stuka to be facing, our Stuka to be facing this direction. So this stair right here will be toward the front. We're going to go ahead and place down a quartz stair on top of it, followed by a quartz full block, and then we're going to place down a quartz stair on the back of that quartz full block. Now as you guys can see, I have half of this already built. That's going to be kind of like the design I'm going to be going for throughout the rest of the tutorial, the format. I'm going to be doing half on camera, half off, and whatever we do on one side, you're going to do to the other side. So pretty self-explanatory. For these earlier layers, it may get a little bit more difficult as we move on, but again, pretty self-explanatory stuff at the moment. And that's what we want to go ahead and do for the first layer, on both wheels. And with that, let's go ahead and move on to layer 2. Or my bad, layer 3. Alright guys, so moving on to layer 3. Now layer 3, we have a little bit more stuff going on compared to the previous few layers. Now for this, we're going to go ahead and again go to our wheels and continue to build these up. Now, on top of these, we're going to go ahead and go to the quartz full block and the quartz stair. We're going to place down 2 cobblestone walls on top of them. Now, coming off this cobblestone wall toward the front, we're going to place down a nether brick top slab like this, followed by a wither skeleton skull on either side, like so, to go ahead and make your air kind of like sirens. Now, if you don't want them, you can just go ahead and remove the wither skeleton skulls and the top slab there, and you'll have the Stuka without the sirens. But of course, you want that iconic Stuka sound to theoretically be there. Now, going ahead and going off this cobblestone wall, we're going to go ahead and crouch, place down 2 iron trapdoors going back from the cobblestone wall. Now, from this second cobblestone wall, going toward the inside here, we're going to use placeholder blocks. We're going to place down 1 and 2, just to kind of give us an idea here. And then we're going to place down a dark oak with fence gate. So you can see that it's a little bit off-center here, and it's supposed to be like that. As you guys can see right down here, it's a little bit off-centered, and this is only going to go on the right side. So again, on the right side here, it's 2 blocks off of this iron trapdoor. You can kind of see it looks something like that. And once you guys have that all figured out, you guys are done with this, and you can go ahead and move on to your next layer, which will be layer 4, and we should have a little bit more going on fuselage-wise and wing-wise. So let's go ahead and move on to the next layer. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving on to our next layer, layer 4. Now layer 4, as I mentioned, we're going to start to get a little bit more into the fuselage. As you guys can see, we're going to start to get into our wings here and the very, very bottom of the fuselage. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start off by going to what we already have built, which are these landing gear parts that kind of come down like so. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start off by going to this cobblestone wall right here, your first one. You're going to place down an upside down quartz stair just like that. We then want to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 quartz full blocks back like that, followed by an oak wood stair that comes off like so. We're going to go ahead and build our aircraft out to the side here, and then we'll go ahead and go toward the middle here. But basically what we want to do after this is we're going to go ahead and take our quartz top slabs. We're going to go ahead and place down 1, oops, my bad, sorry, we're going to start from the front here. We're going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, and 4 back. You can see there's a bit of an indent. And then we're just going to place down a wooden trapdoor like that on the back. That'll be part of the flaps. We just want to go ahead and do the same thing one more time. So again, you're just going to take your quartz, go back like so. And when you get back here to this wooden trapdoor, again, wooden trapdoor just like that on the very end. Now with that out of the way, the last thing we're going to do is we're just going to take iron trapdoors, and along these 4 quartz top slabs, we're just going to place down 4 iron trapdoors across, just like that. Now, one thing we're also going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a end rod, and we're going to go ahead and go to this first row of 4 here of quartz with the with the wooden trapdoor right there. We're going to place down an end rod coming off like that to represent probably where your 20mm machine guns would be located on the aircraft. Not 100% sure which ones it would be. It would be the 7.62s or the 20mm. Probably the 20mm because it would be a little bit more of a prominent gun. So that's what we have going on there. Now after that, we're going to go ahead and go to our next row here. We're going to go ahead and go next to this right here, place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 quartz top slabs. And on the very end here, you're going to go ahead and grab yourself an oak wood top slab and place it down next to this oak wood stair. So basically for the wing over here, you can kind of see you should have something like this, and it should kind of be positioned like that over the wheel. Something of that kind of sort is what you guys want. Now once you have that finished, we're going to go ahead and go next to these quartz top slabs. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 iron trapdoors across, just like that. Now next to this row, you're going to go ahead and crouch, and we're going to go ahead and place down 1. We're actually going to pretty much crouch the whole time. We're going to place down iron trapdoors, and we're going to go ahead and take this row out one more past this one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these iron trapdoors like this going across. Now note over here on this side, the right side, you can see on top of this fence post we placed in the previous layer, we're going to place down one more, and we can't fit an iron trapdoor in that section, so we're going to go and leave that section open. And again, that's only on the right side of the aircraft. Now, for the very center here, what we want to do is you want to go ahead and go to your first 2 iron trapdoors here in the front. Basically, this row shouldn't exist here at the moment. So we're going to go ahead and go to your first 2 iron trapdoors right here, and you'll place down 2 quartz top slabs coming off them like that. You're going to have one more that sticks out toward the front, past these iron trapdoors, just like that. And they're going to place down 2 quartz half slabs. Now, coming off these 2 quartz half slabs, kind of out at an angle here, we're going to place down 2 quartz top slabs on either side to kind of create a little bit of air intake that's going to be located in the front that I showed you in the beginning of the video. So just like that. And again, once you have that done, that's pretty much it for the layer. I'll give you guys a little bit of an aerial view so you guys can go and just, take a quick look at it. If you need to pause the video or anything like that. Should be pretty simple stuff, and there you guys go. So once you have that all done, that's going to be it for layer 4. Actually, before we go and do, one thing that we can also go ahead and add on is this wheel to the back, and a block of coal and a button. Now we're just going to go and go to our center line of iron trapdoors, and actually coming off this row of 3 here of quartz top slabs, you're going to place down 4 iron trapdoors going back. I don't think I covered that, so actually my bad, 5 iron trapdoors coming back. So it should stick out one past these iron trapdoors right here. So it's like that. It's kind of like a little bit of a staircase going out like this. Now from this iron trapdoor here, we're going to go ahead and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 blocks out using placeholder blocks. And on your 7th one, you're going to place down a block of coal, and on either side of that block of coal, you're going to place down stone buttons. So again, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 blocks from this iron trapdoor where we're going to place down our block of coal. And then we can just delete those blocks as they aren't needed anymore, and that will be the rear wheel there for the landing gear. Other than that, guys, that's going to pretty much do it for layer 4. And with that, we can move on to layer 5. Alright guys, so moving on to layer 5. Now for layer 5, we're going to be going ahead and countering pretty much the majority of the fuselage, and pretty much getting into the majority of our wings here. So it's going to be a little bit more intense of a layer, but overall it should be pretty simple for us to get through, as long as we pay close attention and make sure that we have everything being put together right. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go and start by going to the front here. As you can see, I have the center row already built. I'm going to go over how to get this center row done, and we're going to branch off from the center row. Now the first thing we want to do is you want to go ahead and go to this first quartz top slab here. On the very front, we're going to place down a green stained clay block on top of it. So you can see the spacer here. We're just going to place down one on top of it. We're going to go ahead and go out past these quartz half slabs right here. We're going to go past it with 1 green stained clay block, followed by a dark oak wood upside down stair, and then a narrow quartz top slab on the end there to make the nose. Now going back, you should have these 2 green stained clay blocks to stair in the quartz half slab. Now after this first one we placed down, we're going to go ahead and count back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 green stained clay blocks. After your 9th green stained clay block, which should end on top of this iron trapdoor, we're going to place down a quartz upside down stair, followed by another brick top slab, a quartz top slab, a sandstone top slab, a dark oak wood top slab, and then we have the space right in here. Now on top of the coal block right here, we're going to place down an upside down quartz stair, and on the back of the quartz stair, we're going to place down a lever. Coming off of it, it's going to fill that space in right there. Now coming off this quartz stair toward the back, we're going to place down a quartz top slab, and then an iron trapdoor just like that. So you should get something that kind of looks like that for your line that goes along the aircraft. something just like that for your center line. Now once you have that all in place, we can go ahead and branch off and basically build our sides here. Now from this point here, we're going to go ahead and start off by going to the front up here. We're going to take a dark oak wood top slab, and we're going to place down a dark oak wood top slab coming off this first green stained clay block, the very front one, just like that. Now on top of these two quartz top slabs here, we're going to place down 2 green stained clay blocks, and coming off those green stained clay blocks, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some dark oak wood fence gates and place down 2 dark oak wood fence gates that we're going to open up to create something that looks like that for the front. Once you guys have that done, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a dark oak wood upside down stair, place it down right there in that space right after these green stained clay blocks. Alright, so after this dark oak wood stair here, we're going to go ahead and start off by taking our green stained clay. Now, after this dark oak wood stair, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 green stained clay blocks back. It's going to basically end on top of this iron trapdoor, kind of like how this road did before. Now, once you get back to here to this point, we're going to go ahead and start off by taking a dark oak wood upside down stair, placing it down right there, come off that green stained clay block, and then next to this quartz upside down stair in the center, we're just going to place down a quartz top slab coming out to the side. Just like that, so you can see your fuselage is starting to get a little bit more shape. Now, after you have that done, you pretty much have your fuselage complete, and let's go ahead and move on to our wings. Now, for our wings here, it's going to be a little bit of we're basically kind of a big process. We have a lot of stuff going on for the wings, so pay close attention because it can be a little bit difficult. Now, we're going to start off by going to this iron trapdoor up here, right next to this green stained clay block. We're going to place down a dark oak wood stair like this. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves some green hardened stained clay and place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 green hardened stained clay blocks back. Coming off this green hardened stained clay block, we're going to place down a oak wood half slab, which will be part of your flaps. Once you guys have that done, for our next row of the wing, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 dark oak wood half slabs, and then we're going to follow it up by placing down a wooden trapdoor on top of this oak wood top slab, just like that, on the back. For your next row here, we're just going to take green carpet and place it along the top of those quartz top slabs. We're going to go ahead and repeat the same process for these 2 rows of quartz as well, so just like that. We then want to go ahead and take dark oak wood half slabs, and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 on top of those iron trapdoors. And then we're going to place down a wooden trapdoor on the rear side of the wing, just like that, kind of going back like so. For your next row here, we're actually going to need to go ahead and grab ourselves some quartz half slabs and also some nether brick half slabs. And for this, we're going to go ahead and just go to the sides here. We're going to place down a quartz half slab, a nether brick half slab, and then a quartz half slab just like that, followed by a wooden trapdoor coming off that quartz half slab. Now after you have that done, we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 nether brick half slabs, followed by a nether oak wood half slab, which will come off those those nether brick half slabs just like that. For your next row here, we're going to go ahead and take this up, and we're going to go ahead and place down a quartz top slab, a nether brick top slab, and then a nether quartz top slab, just like that, to kind of show a little bit more of the curvature to the wings and kind of continue that little German insignia on the wings. Now, right next to this quartz half slab, or coming off of it, we're going to place down a oak wood top slab coming off of it like so. And then coming out to the side here, we're going to place down 1 and 2 quartz top slabs, and then 1 and 2 just like this. And off the end of these, we're just going to place down 2 wooden trapdoors, actually, not oak wood planks. We're going to place down 2 wooden trapdoors just like that. And I want to go and just double check to make sure I'm not missing anything underneath here. That all looks pretty good. And also on the right side of the wing, which is going to be over here, it has this little kind of pole that kind of comes out here. So it comes off of this quartz top slab right over here. Then it goes 2 end rods out. And this is only on the right wing. It's not going to be on the left wing. So if we go ahead and kind of take a look at it from above, you should have something that kind of looks like this so far. Kind of give you guys some different angles here to kind of work at. If you guys need to take a look, pause the video or whatever, that's what you guys should pretty much have for layer 5 of the Stuka. And with that, let's go ahead and move on to our next layer, layer 6. Alright guys, so moving on to our next layer here, we have layer 6. Now for layer 6, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and start off by going to the tips of the wings here, and we're going to go ahead and take our sandstone and kind of build off of them. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to place down a row of 3 here sandstone half slabs, followed by 2 sandstone half slabs that come out like that for your wings. Overall, very simple, nothing too crazy going on there. And that's just going to go ahead and pretty much, create the tips there of your wings. The last thing we have to do is we just have to go take some green carpet. We're just going to place down 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2 green carpets on top of those quartz top slabs. So basically, if you look down on your wings, you should have a nice, completely kind of green design, besides the little German logos and stuff like that on there. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start off by going to our center row here. Now, on the very tip, we're going to place down a quartz half slab on top of this quartz top slab. We're going to follow that up by placing down a dark oak wood stair, followed by 1, 2, 3, and 4 green stained clay blocks. Now, if you want to leave some space here for the cockpit and the gunner, for this, we're just going to go ahead and leave a space of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 in the very kind of center of the aircraft right here. If not, you can just go ahead and fill it in with those 6 blocks. After those 6 blocks, we're going to go ahead and place down a green stained clay block, followed by a quartz full block like this, then a black stained clay block, a quartz full block, and you should notice that they're kind of lining up with their colors here. So you have the black stained clay on top of the nether brick top slab, and then the quartz on top of the quartz top slabs. And then you're going to go ahead and place down a sandstone block, which should be on top of this sandstone top slab. Then a green stained clay block, followed by a quartz full block, and they're going to place down 3 green stained clay blocks going back for the tail here. Now, on this quartz full block right here, we're actually going to go ahead and grab ourselves a dark oak wood stair. We're going to place down an upside down stair on either side of it. Also for the tail here, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a sign. And on this last green stained clay block, on the sides of it, we're going to place down a sign. And on the sides of this green stained clay block right here, we're going to place down a stone button like that for the rudder there, and adding a little bit more detail to it. Now, going ahead and going back up to the front, we're going to go ahead and basically build off of this. So, going out to the side of this, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a dark oak wood half slab, go one out like this, from this green stained clay block, this first one. Then, on these 2 green stained clay blocks, we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood stairs coming off of them. Then, after these dark oak wood stairs, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 green stained clay blocks back. So you should see you kind of get like this big rectangle here with an open space if you chose to leave it. If not, you just will have a big rectangle here. Now, coming back to this section, on top of this quartz top slab, we're going to go ahead and place down a nether brick stair, like this. And then we're going to go ahead and place down 1 and 2 nether brick half slabs. So if you look at it, you should see like a little bit of a German kind of a logo that we kind of symbolizes what we have on the wings. It's a little bit derpy, but that's what we pretty much have going on there. And that's going to go back, and that's pretty much all good there. And once you have that all done, that's going to pretty much do it for layer 5. As you can tell, the layers are starting to get a little more simpler. We got the wings done, which were kind of like the main beef of the aircraft. And with that, we can go ahead and move on to our next layer, which will be layer 6, or my bad, layer 7. Alright guys, so moving on to our next layer here, we'll be going ahead and moving on to layer 7. Now for layer 7, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start off by going to the front up here of our aircraft. Now, where our green stained clay block is, your first kind of like, you have these 2 dark oak wood stairs right here. The green stained clay block that's right between these stairs here, you're going to place down a dark oak wood half slab on top of it, like that, and you're going to place down one more that goes back. You're then going to go ahead and place down a light gray stained glass full block, and then you're going to go ahead and place down a light gray stained glass paint on either side of that full block. Then we're going to place down a light gray stained glass full block, and as you guys can see here, I have these little openings here. This is where the glass canopy would open up to allow the gunner and the pilot to actually get out. If you guys want to have it like that, you guys can feel free to go ahead and do so. If you want to have it closed up, very simply, you'll just go ahead and place down full blocks in those spaces, just like that, to kind of fill that space in. I'm going to leave it open. I kind of think it looks pretty cool like that, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to leave that open. But again, it's up to you guys on what you guys want to do for that. Anyways, once you guys have that finished, coming back here to this section, we're just going to place down a light gray stained glass full block, like this on your side. We're going to go ahead and skip another space here, or fill the space in, whatever you guys want to do. And then we're going to have another light gray stained glass full block on your side here. Should get something that kind of looks like that on the side. Now coming back here to this section, we want to go ahead and grab ourselves a dark oak wood stair. Place down a dark oak wood stair on either side. And in the center, we're going to place down a stone brick half slab, followed by an end rod that comes off of it for the tail gunner. A little bit derpy, I know, but it's what I could pretty much make work. You could even feel free to go ahead and put down like a dark oak wood fence gate here to make it look a little bit nicer. Again, kind of up to you guys on what you guys want to do there. Now, after this end rod, we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 green carpets. And then we're going to place down a dark oak wood half slab. And after this half slab, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 green stained clay full blocks going back like so. Now, for the horizontal stabilizers, they're very simple. We're just going to go ahead and go to this first green stained clay block, place down a dark oak wood top slab that comes off of it, followed by a wooden trapdoor like that. We then want to place down an upside down dark oak wood stair with a wooden trapdoor coming off of it. So you should see your wooden trapdoor should kind of create this little angle here, like that. It's basically a support there for your horizontal stabilizers. And then coming off this stair, we're just going to place down 1, 2, and 3 dark oak wood top slabs going out like that. And of course, along these dark oak wood top slabs, we're just going to go ahead and place down some wooden trapdoors like that. And those are going to create your 2 horizontal stabilizers. Now also on these 3 green stained clay blocks, or sorry, my bad, 4 green stained clay blocks that come back from this dark oak with half stab, we actually want to go ahead and go to the last ones here, place down a sign on this first one here, and then we're going to place down a stone button on the side of this one, kind of continuing that pattern going up. So you should get something that kind of looks like that for the back there. Once you guys have that all done, that's going to pretty much do it for our 7th layer. And with that, we'll probably just go ahead and move on to our last final layers. We don't have much left on the Stuka, so we'll just go ahead and move on to the last final layers to kind of finish it up. And actually, real quick before we do, I do realize that we actually have one thing to add. On this dark oak with half stab, we're going to go ahead and go to the side of it, place down a sign just like that. And once you guys have that all done, you guys have completed layer 7, and with that we'll go and move on to our last final layers. I believe we have layers pretty much 8, 9, and 10 to go ahead and complete the Stuka. So with that, let's go ahead and move on to our last final layers. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving on to our last final layers. Now these layers right here are going to be pretty simple. We're just going to go ahead and do it all on camera just because of how simple they are. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start off by going to the front of your cockpit here. Now the space in between these light gray stained glass full blocks, we're just going to place down a stone half stab above it. Now if you chose to leave this portion of the cockpit open, you're not going to place down anything in the space, but if you have it closed off, you're going to go ahead and just place down a half stab on top there, but since we have it open, we're not going to be placing down one right there. Now in between these light gray stained glass full blocks, on kind of like the top here, we're going to place down a stone brick stair here, which will be kind of a support there for the line that runs to the rudder. Now after you have that, you would place down another stone half stab here, again if you guys have the cockpit completely filled in with glass. And then above this space right here, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone half stab, just like that, to kind of form the shape there of the cockpit. With that all finished, we can go ahead and focus our attention back here to the tail now. So for this, on top of this green stained clay block, we're going to place down a dark oak wood stair. We're then going to place down a black hardened stained clay block, followed by 1 and 2 green stained clay blocks. On the sides here of this first green stained clay block here, we're just going to place down a sign on either side. We then want to go and take stone buttons. We're going to place down 1 and 2, so 1 on the black stained clay block and 1 on the green stained clay, on both sides like that. We then want to go ahead and take our green carpet, and we're just going to place down a row of 3, or basically a row of 5 actually, on top of the dark oak with top stabs and stairs on the horizontal stabilizers. So just like that. Then going ahead and continuing this up, we're going to go ahead and take our green stained clay, place down a row of 3 on top of these 3 clay blocks. We then want to place down another sign on the sides here of this one right here on the very end, followed by another stone button next to the sign, just like that. Going ahead and continuing up on top of these green stained clay blocks, we're going to place down 2 dark oak with half stabs, like that. We also want to go ahead and go into our inventory here. We'll just go ahead and grab ourselves a dark oak wood fence post, which we can go ahead and find right here. So dark oak wood fence post right here. We're going to go ahead and place down 1 on top of this stone brick stair. We're going to follow it up by placing down an iron bar on top of the dark oak wood fence gate. And we just want to go and take our iron bars and just go back pretty much all the way back. So just like this, and as far back as you go, to it pretty much looks like it connects up to that top stab, just like that. And once you guys have that done, that's pretty much the design for the JU-87. The last thing we have left to do, which I'll go and show you guys next, is to go ahead and put the propeller on. And as you can see, we have it kind of in a spinning state. So that's what we're going to be going ahead and moving on to next. And yeah, with that, let's go ahead and move on to putting the propeller on. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving on to putting the pretty much this propeller on, the in motion kind of look that we want to have. Now as you can see, I turned off shaders just to make it a little bit easier to actually see what we have going on here. But overall, it's a pretty simple process. Now what we want to do is we want to go and start by going to these quartz half stabs and top stabs here on the very front nose. Coming off to the sides of them on either side, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 of these glass panes coming off of it. We then want to go and go to this half stab as well and place down 4 panes coming off to the side of it. Same thing over here, 4 panes going out like so, and again 4 panes just like that. Now coming down here on the bottom, we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 of these panes, and then going up here, we're going to place down 1, 2, oops, my bad, 1, 2, and 3 panes going up as well. So you're going to get something that kind of looks like that so far. Now to kind of make this look a little bit more circular, coming off of this pane right here to the sides, we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 just like that. Same thing out to this side, 1, 2, and 3. Same thing on the bottom here, 1, 2, and 3, and then 1, 2, and 3, just like that. You can see it's going to start to round out a little bit. Then going up another level, we're going to go ahead and go 1 and 2 off of this pane right here, and then 1 and 2, and then going down here as well, we're going to go ahead and place down 1 and 2, and then over here as well, 1 and 2. Now after you have that done, very lastly, we're just going to go ahead and place down a pane on either side of that one on the very top there, so just 1 and 1, and then down here, let's see, 1 and 1. A little bit hard to place these paints sometimes. 1 and 1, just like that. And once you have that all done, that's pretty much how you go ahead and pretty much have your blades kind of shown in the in motion. Again, this is the in-flight version, so that's where we have the design that looks something like that. Other than that, that's going to pretty much do it for the JU-87. Anyways, guys, that's going to go ahead and do it for the tutorial for the Junkers JU-87 Stuka dive bomber. I think the vehicle came out really nice. Probably one of my favorite aircrafts I've done to date. It's definitely really, really awesome looking. I'm really happy with the way it came out. Hope you guys do like it as well. Definitely something that's really cool and make a cool addition to whatever World War II scenarios you got going on, especially with the Germans involved, because the Stuka was kind of a staple of their blitzkrieg tactics. Other than that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. If you guys do end up using this design, I do ask that you guys please give me credit for it. A lot of work went into the design. As you guys can probably tell, a lot of details and a lot of shaping that had to be done. A lot of work went into it, so just be sure to go ahead and give me proper credit for it if you guys do end up using this design. This can be anything from the side of the build to a link to my channel or this video if there's any social media sites. Just be sure to get proper credit for the build. That's all I ask for when doing these tutorials. It helps my channel grow and it helps me continue to produce these awesome tutorials for you guys. Other than that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for a design for the landed version of the Stuka. And other than that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Gear 2 and I'll see you guys next time.